Hello and welcome to Money Life News and Views. I'm Devashish Basu. Last week, the State Bank of India, ordered by the Supreme Court of India, disclosed data on the now defunct electoral bonds, which has created major controversy all over the country. Purchasing these bonds was voluntary. However, which businessman would willingly, or an individual would willingly part with their hard-earned money for grasping and self-serving politicians? People give donations for two reasons: if they are coerced or forced, or if they have incentive to do so. Hence, voluntary donation is rather small, as is evident from the list of companies that is now publicly available. A large number of well-known listed companies are not there in the list. Today, almost the entire corporate India is already gone public, so we know which are the large companies in India. And yet, only about 100 listed companies across a few sectors contributed to the electoral bonds. While there are companies like Vedanta, which contributed 400 crores, Bharti Airtel Group, 198 crores, plus many other companies of the group, Torrent Power, 106 crore, and United Phosphorus, 60 crore. Most other companies on the list have donated very small sums of money, especially for their size. Sun Pharmaceuticals last year made over 8,900 crore in net profit, and yet it donated just about 31.5 crore, barely 0.3%. 2% of net profit is anyway compulsory under the corporate social responsibility scheme. Mahindra & Mahindra, a similarly very large company, billions of dollars of market cap, donated only about 25 crore. And Bajaj Finance, 20 crores. Bajaj Auto, 18 crores. Hero Motors, 20 crores, and so on. TVS, 26 crores. Ultratech Cement, equally very large company, part of Nifty 50, just about 35 crore. Maruti Suzuki, 20 crores. And Piramal Enterprises, 48 crore. More interesting is the fact that a large number of listed companies did not donate through electoral bonds. I mean, the names are a roll call of India's top companies. For instance, ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Titan, all the software giants like Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, HCL Technologies, Wipro are all missing. And I'm only talking about the data that has been disclosed, that is from 2019 to 2023. They may have sort of given money earlier. There are no multinationals in the list, nor is a construction giant Larsen & Toubro, even though many in the list separately are from the construction sector. For those who have donated, the question is, where are the disclosures to the stakeholders, that is the main shareholders? At a time when the market regulator and the stock exchange are insisting on maximum transparency, it is obvious that companies that have donated money to political parties must be openly and clearly putting it out in their annual reports. Now, I did a quick check of 2022-23 annual reports of a few companies and did not find any hint of donation in Mahindra & Mahindra, Cipla, Bharti Airtel, Piramal Enterprises. No mention anywhere. Vedanta discloses donations in other expenses with a footnote identifying that it was for electoral bonds. Now, this disclosure is even more important for companies that have donated while facing some sort of charges. While many large listed companies do not figure as donors, it is interesting that many of the pharmaceutical companies have actually been major donors of electoral bonds. Several of them have been facing government actions such as tax evasion, poor quality of drugs, or for overcharging, and so on. Among the big donors from the pharmaceutical sector are Divi's Laboratories, 55 crore, Cipla, 39 crore, Alchem Laboratories, about 15 crore, Dr. Reddy's, 84 crore, Sun Pharma, as I mentioned before, 31 odd crores, and Mankind Pharma, 24. None of them have significant disclosures to offer regarding electoral bonds. A close analysis of electoral bonds makes it clear that companies are either donating out of fear or for incentives. The point that I made right in the beginning, which amounts to quid pro quo for contracts, projects, or orders. That's the incentives part. Of course, the line between incentives and coercion often blurs in the messy sort of give and take between political parties and businesses. In any case, Shareholders and citizens are remain in the dark in both situations, whether the companies are giving money under duress or giving money for incentives. Take, for example, the massive capital expenditure by the government in a variety of sectors today, which is on roads, bridges, sanitation, drinking water, urban infrastructure, railway modernization, and electrification or other energy projects. Winning bids for these projects is based on objective criteria, but it is not always a practice. These businesses also spend large sums in cash. Now, Pami Reddy's 4 companies led by Mega Engineering have emerged as the biggest donor. That's about in total about 1,200 crores. Mega reportedly purchased electoral bonds on several occasions just before it secured major projects. BG Shirke of Maharashtra, which gave about 117 crore in electoral bonds, have bagged many projects in the state, including a very large affordable housing project. So what can be done about disclosures, at least for listed companies? IFB Agro's 2023 annual report provides a rare and only example of explicit disclosure. And it goes like this. The business continues to face issues as reported earlier, and in order to maintain the continuity of the business and to protect the interests of all stakeholders of the company, we paid 18.3 crores to a subscription of electoral bonds during the year. The company has further paid 15 crores to a subscription of electoral bonds in the month of April 2023. In all, IFB Agro has paid over 92 crore in electoral bonds since 2021. Why did they do this? In West Bengal, where IFB Agro operates, politically powerful syndicates dictate business activity, including hiring of staff, contractors and suppliers, and collect regular payments. This is not just under the Mamata government. This has been perfected into an art by the Communist Party of India Marxists when they have been ruling the state from 1977 onwards. The Trinamool Congress has merely taken it forward and probably refined it a bit. So, on 26 June 2020 and again on 20th December 2020, IFB Agro disclosed to Stock Exchange that its distilleries in South 24 Parganas was attacked by about 150 armed goons. They forced the distillery to close, beat up the employees, and then held them as hostage. Despite complaints to the state government, despite complaints to the police, nothing happened. The company also said that its alcohol business was suffering because of continuous unjust raids and pressure by the state government excise officials, and we do not want to succumb to their illegal demands, and therefore the company is suffering. Since its complaint came to nothing, IFB Agro chose to publicly disclose its reasons for so-called donation. This is really extortion. Why can't other listed companies display the same courage as IFB Agro? If these companies do not want to disclose their reasons, they have, of course, another choice. Why pay money from the company? Simply follow the example of Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw. She controls 2 listed companies, very large, successful companies, Syngene and Biocon, neither of which were donors, but she herself decided to donate 6 crore from her own personal account. And so did Lakshmi Nivas Mittal. Given the tens of crores of salaries promoter managers pay themselves, they can certainly do this rather than spending shareholders' money on donations and then at the same time keeping them in the dark. So we definitely need better quality of disclosures, or else pay money from your own pocket. Why pay shareholders' money? If you liked what I said, please do share, and if you have not yet subscribed, please do subscribe for such shows in future. Thanks for watching.